देखिए फ्रेंड्स, नाउ वी आर डिस्कसिंग द एडवांस रूलिंग क्वेश्चन एडवांस रूलिंग का भी आता है, बहुत डीटी में भी एंड आईडीटी में भी, किसी में भी आता है। एंड आईडीटी में तो पर्टिकुलरली इंस्टीट्यूट ने एडवांस रूलिंग का क्वेश्चन पूछा भी था एंड काफ़ी ज़्यादा इजी क्वेश्चन पूछा था, ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन पूछा था। तो हम इसे क्विकली कवर करने की कोशिश करते हैं। तो देखिए, कैमरा इधर है एंड ये इधर है, क्या कर रहे हैं। ओके, तो देखिए एडवांस रूलिंग में क्या है, अबाउट पुट इट ऑन अ साइड। देखिए, our emphasis is only on advanced ruling and nothing else, neither on the camera and nor on the anything like that. We are with advanced ruling now. अब अबाउट दिस चैप्टर में इसमें क्या लिखा रखा है, बेसिक्स अबाउट एडवांस रूलिंग क्या है, जुरिसडिक्शन फॉर एडवांस रूलिंग, अथॉरिटी फॉर एडवांस रूलिंग, appellate authority of advanced ruling, and power and procedure. I am committing with you that we will do question also of this block entirely. Rest also I need to do, but whether I will be in a recording mode or no, I don't know, because it takes a little more time as compared to I read on a self study basis or while recording. So it is somehow time gap, but conceptual clarity is almost same, so that is not compromise obviously. तो देखो, अबाउट दिस चैप्टर बेसिक्स अबाउट एडवांस रूलिंग क्या है, देन जुरिसडिक्शन फॉर एडवांस रूलिंग, देन अथॉरिटी फॉर एडवांस रूलिंग, देन एपिलेट अथॉरिटी ऑफ एडवांस रूलिंग, एंड पावर एंड प्रोसीजर्स। उसके बाद बेसिक्स अबाउट एडवांस रूलिंग सेक्शन 96, 97, 99। मीनिंग क्या है, तो हमें वी मस्ट नो अबाउट द मीनिंग ऑफ एडवांस रूलिंग. Advance ruling means decision which is provided by the authority to an applicant on a question related to supply of goods, service being undertaken and proposed to be undertaken by the applicant. तो एडवांस रूलिंग क्यों किया जाता है वगैरह. तो एडवांस रूलिंग मीन्स डिसीजन विच इज़ प्रोवाइडेड बाय द अथॉरिटी हमें डिसीजन देती है, किसको देती है, टू एन एप्लीकेंट, यानी कि हमें देती है, हम क्या है, एप्लीकेंट है, ऑन ए क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू, अगर हमें कुछ क्वेश्चन है जैसे कि सप्लाई ऑफ गुड्स है या सर्विस है, बीइंग अंडरटेकन और प्रपोज टू बी अंडरटेकन, मतलब हम ये कन्फ्यूज़ है कि ये हम सप्लाई ऑफ गुड्स माने, सर्विस माने, तो एडवांस रूलिंग हमें बताएगी. उसके बाद क्वेश्चन ऑन विच एडवांस रूलिंग कैन बी सॉर्ट, किस पे हम क्वेश्चन वगैरह पूछ सकते हैं एडवांस रूलिंग के लिए, किन मैटर्स पे. तो दीज आर द चैप्टर्स नेम. क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ गुड्स है, सर्विस हम इसे गुड्स में क्लासीफाई करें या सर्विस में करें, या फिर टाइम, क्या टाइम एंड वैल्यू ऑफ सप्लाई होगा, एडमिसिबिलिटी ऑफ इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट ऑन टैक्स पेड, डिटरमाइनिंग टैक्स लाइबिलिटी ऑन एनी सप्लाई, वेदर एन एप्लीकेंट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड टू टेक रजिस्ट्रेशन लेने की ज़रूरत है या नहीं है, वेदर एनी ट्रांजेक्शन कोई सप्लाई है या नहीं है. तो हम ये सिंपली हमारे पास मैटर आ जाता है, क्वेश्चन ऑन विच एडवांस रूलिंग कैन बी सॉर्ट. These are the question on which advanced ruling can be sought. Classification of goods or service, time and value of supply, admissibility of input tax credit on tax paid, determining tax liability on any supply, whether an applicant is required to take registration or not, whether any transaction is supply or not. ठीक है, उसके बाद आता है हमारा question which cannot be raised for advanced ruling. क्वेश्चन विच कैन नॉट बी रेज हम नहीं उठा सकते फॉर एडवांस रूलिंग, लाइक क्वेश्चन ऑलरेडी पेंडिंग इन किसी प्रोसीडिंग में पेंडिंग है, क्वेश्चन ऑलरेडी डिसाइडेड इन एनी प्रोसीडिंग्स, डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई. एलिजिबल पर्सन का एडवांस रूलिंग कैन बी ऑब्टेन बाय रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन और अनरजिस्टर्ड पर्सन. अब हम बोलते हैं एडवांस रूलिंग जो है उसे ऑब्टेन किया जा सकता है, रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन भी एडवांस रूलिंग के प्रोविजन को अप्लाई कर सकता है, और अनरजिस्टर्ड पर्सन भी कैन पर्सन हु इज डिजायरस, और ये लाइन इंस्टीट्यूट के मॉड्यूल में लिखी है, डिजायरस और सॉट टू बी डिज़ायर कैन एडवांस रूलिंग उस पर भी एप्लीकेबल होता है. अब अथॉरिटी कौन होती है एडवांस रूलिंग के लिए, तो फॉलोइंग आर द डिसीजन मेकिंग अथॉरिटी अंडर एडवांस रूलिंग. अथॉरिटी फॉर एडवांस रूलिंग, एपेलेट अथॉरिटी फॉर एडवांस रूलिंग. एक तो अथॉरिटी फॉर, जिसे हम AA से जानते हैं, दैट इज अथॉरिटी फॉर एडवांस रूलिंग, या फिर एपेलेट अथॉरिटी फॉर एडवांस रूलिंग. Authority is made under state, UT, GST Act, not under CGST, IGST Act. Hence, same shall be also considered as an authority under CGST, IGST Act. Officer not below the rank of Joint Commissioner shall work as a member of authority for advance ruling. उसके बाद jurisdiction for advance ruling section 102 से 104. Ruling shall be applicable only on such applicant and the concerned officer or jurisdictional officer for such applicant. Other person cannot use the ruling even if claiming to have the same issue. Ruling shall be applicable forever unless there is a change in a law or fact or circumstances based on which ruling has been pronounced. Ruling shall be void ab initio if obtained by fraud या subtraction of fact या फिर misrepresentation. उसके बाद हमारे पास आता है Ruling can be amended by authorities within 6 months from order if notice by authority brought to notice by applicant officer. Applicant be heard before rectifying if adverse effect on him. Advance ruling from authority for advance ruling section 98. Procedure क्या होगा? What will be the procedure for advance ruling? Applicant shall make an application with a fee of 5,000 each in CGST and SGST. Authority for advance ruling shall forward copy to the concerned officer with the direction to furnish the relevant record. Authority for advance ruling shall hear applicant and examine records and may admit or reject application by way of passing speaking order. If admitted, authority for advance ruling shall examine application material, please, and hear both parties before ruling and pronounce the same within 90 days. Copy of order admitting, rejecting application and advance ruling shall be sent to applicant, concerned officer and jurisdictional officer. उसके बाद आता है हमारा what will be the difference of opinion. If difference of opinion arises between two members of authority for advance ruling, then such a point shall be referred to रेफ़र किया जाएगा किसको? एक और कौन सी अथॉरिटी थी हमारे पास? Appellate authority for advance ruling. Appellate authority for advance ruling को भेज दिया जाएगा. कहाँ गए हम? Correct. If all the members of appellate authority for advance ruling come to common conclusion, pronounce ruling. If member of appellate authority for advance ruling have difference of opinion, ruling cannot be pronounced. Appeal against order of appellate authority for advance ruling or appellate authority section 100 to 102. Procedure for appeal against advance ruling. Any person aggrieved by ruling of appellate authority may file the appeal to appellate authority for advance ruling within 30 days. May allow for the 30 days from communication of ruling along with a fee of 10,000 under each CGST SGST. Appellate authority for advance ruling shall hear both the party before ruling and pronounce ruling within 90 days and it may confirm or modify the order for advance ruling. ठीक है. उसके बाद आता है power and procedure of appellate authority for ruling and advance ruling. That is what? Authority for advance ruling and appellate authority for advance ruling. Power and procedure for appellate for advance authority for advance ruling and appellate authority for advance ruling section 105 and 106. Power of authority for advance ruling and appellate authority for advance ruling and appellate authority for advance shall have the power of civil court for discovery and inspection of compelling production of books of accounts and other records, enforcing attendance and examining on oath and issuing commission summon. Procedure of authority for advance ruling and appellate authority for advance ruling. Any proceeding before authority shall be deemed to be judicially proceeding. Authority for advance ruling and appellate authority for advance ruling shall have power to regulate their own procedures. Then आता है हमारे miscellaneous provision. Now we need to cover miscellaneous provision too. What comes under miscellaneous provision? Confidentiality section 158 and 159. Confidentiality of the information section 158. Any particular given in statement, written account, document and record of evidence shall be treated confidential except in following cases. For prosecution, for service of notice or recovery of demand, for furnishing information to court in any proceedings, for audit of tax, receipts or refund, for inquiry into conduct of officer, for carrying out the object of the act. Publication of the information, if commissioner considered necessary or expedient in a public interest to publish name and other particulars of proceeding, it may cause to do so. However, no publication related to penalty shall be made if time for appeal to appellate authority has not expired, appeal presented but has not been disposed yet. ठीक है. उसके बाद then comes the assessment proceeding etc. not to be invalid on a certain ground. Proceeding assessment and reassessment, adjudication, review, revision, appeal, rectification, notice and summon etc. shall not be invalid merely due to mistake, defect and omission therein, if such a proceedings are in a substance and effect in accordance to the law. Rectification of error apparent on a face of record document that can be rectified. Any authority may rectify its mistake or error apparent on a face on any order, decision or certificate, any notice or any other document. Manner of rectification के authority may rectify any mistakes or errors suo motu when brought to notice by GST officer, when brought to notice by affected person within 3 months from the date of issue. However, no rectification can be done after 6 months from the date of issue. Other point क्या, there is a no time limit for rectification shall be applicable if error or mistake is purely in nature of arithmetical error or accidental slip omission. Decision on debatable point shall not be considered mistake apparent on record. फिर आएगा हमारा then comes the anti profiting measures section 140 anti profiting क्या हो गया 23.2 and 23.2 ओके मैं यहाँ आ गई तो बीच में ये मिस आउट हो गया है. Yes, compliance rating shall be issued on GST common portal to every registered person on scale of 1 to 10. Service of notice. Any notice, decision, orders, summon and other communication served on the CST can be served through following modes. Giving or tendering directly to taxable person, registers, speed post, courier, manager or authorized representative. Email, advocate or tax practitioner holding authority, uploading on a common portal, regular employee. Publish in newspaper, adult member of family affixed at the place of business. Anti-profiting measure section 171 क्या है? As a principal benefit due to introduction of GST in a form of reduction in tax rate or availability of ITC shall be passed on to consumer by way of reduction in price to ensure the same national anti-profiting authority was constituted, now principal bench of appellate tribunal. उसके बाद एंटी प्रॉफिटिंग मेजर सेक्शन 171 एज अ प्रिंसिपल बेनिफिट ड्यू टू इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ GST इन फॉर्म ऑफ रिडक्शन इन टैक्स रेट और अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ ITC शैल बी पास ऑन टू कंज्यूमर बाय वे ऑफ reduction in price to ensure the same national anti-profiting authority was constituted now principal bench of appellate tribunal. Functions or duties of such authority shall discharge following functions or duties, determine whether benefit of reduced tax rate or ITC has been passed on to the buyer or not. Identify a person who did not pass the benefit. Following order shall be passed if found that a person has not passed the benefit of reduction in price, imposing penalty, cancellation of registration, return to recipient the benefit of not passed along with interest at 18% per annum. Furnish quarterly performance report of to GST Council. Last date is authority shall not accept any request for such evaluation post on 1st April 2025. Rounding of tax amount payable to government as a tax, interest, penalty, fine, refund or any other sum payable shall be rounded off to nearest rupee. 50 or more will be increased to 1 rupee and less than 50 paisa ignore such amount. उसके बाद ट्रैक एंड ट्रेस मैकेनिज्म फॉर सर्टेन गुड्स सेक्शन 148A. Government may prescribe unique identification marks, digital stamp mark or any other secure or non-removable mark as a system of affixing it on a notified goods. Government may prescribe unique identification marks to be affixed, the information and detail to be furnished, detail of machinery installed to manufacture for the notified person. तो ये तो मिसलेनियस में मुझे तो आई डोंट थिंक सो इसमें मुझे कुछ ऐसा लगा कि मैंने कभी एग्ज़ाम में देखा है, बट ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, पढ़ना तो सारा पड़ेगा. बट मुझे इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ समझ नहीं आया है मिसलेनियस वाले में. अब हम ये वाला एक चैप्टर और है, इसमें तो आई नो समथिंग. तो आइडियली हमारे ब्लॉक में यही सारे चैप्टर है, तो इसके अब हमें प्रैक्टिकल सम्स भी करना है. प्रैक्टिकल सम्स व्हेन माय बुक विल कम, my book is on the way. When it will come to me, we will do practical sums as well, because I have to mark to, if I have soft copy, then where is I have not hard copy, I have to mark the sums, otherwise how I will recall the sums before exams. Liability to pay in a certain cases. देखिए about this chapter. Liability in case of transfer of business, liability in case of liquidation of a company and directors of a company, liability of partners of a firm, liability in other cases, liability in case of merger and amalgamation. ये सारी liability हमें discuss करनी है. Liability to pay in a case of transfer of a business where taxable person transfer its business in a whole, part by way of sale, gift, lease, license, hire or a change in ownership due to death of the sole proprietor. Liability of GST arises from the following person. Liability for a period up to transfer of business. Both transferor and transferee shall liable jointly and severally. Liability for a period after transfer of business, only transferee shall be liable. उसके बाद liability in case of a company in liquidation and liability of director of a private company section 88 and 89. In case of liquidation of a company, liquidator shall intimate of his appointment to commissioner within 30 days after his appointment. Commissioner, after making such inquiry and calling information, shall notify the amount sufficient to pay tax, interest and penalties to such a liquidator within 3 months from the date of receipt of intimation of his appointment. If any private company unable to clear its dues, every person who has been director during the period to which such a use relates shall jointly and severally be liable, except if the director proves that known recovery cannot be attributed to any gross negligence, misfeasance, and breach of duty on his part. If such a private company got converted into public company but is still liable for personal penalty. Liability of partners of a firm. Liability of firm for payment of tax, interest, and penalty. Firm and all the partners shall be jointly and severally be liable. If any partner retire from firm or such a partner shall intimate date of retirement within 1 month to jurisdictional commissioner in writing, liability in such a case shall be, if intimated within 1 month, retiring partner shall be liable up to date of retirement. If not intimated within 1 month, retiring partner shall be liable up to date of intimation. उसके बाद other provisions. Other provision, that is section 86, 91 and 94. Scenario: who is liable? If business is carried on by guardian, trustee or agent on behalf of or for the benefit of minor incapacitated person, such a guardian, trustee, agent shall be liable. If guardianship or trust is terminated, ward and beneficiary shall be liable. Where business or estate is under control of court of ward, administrator general, official trustee, receiver or manager, then court of ward, administrator general, official trustee, receiver or manager. Principal agent, transaction agent shall be liable primarily, and principal and agent shall be jointly and severally liable. In case of partition of HUF or AOP or dissolution of firm, each member or partner shall be jointly and severally liable up to partition or dissolution. उसके बाद death of a person liable to pay GST, business continue after his death, business discontinue after his death. Legal representative or other person carrying business shall be liable. Legal representative shall be liable to the extent of estate of property receipt. फिर in case of discontinuation of business by firm, AOP, HUF, every person who was a partner or member shall be jointly and severally liable. In case of change in constitution of firm or AOP, partner or member as existed before or after reconstruction shall jointly and severally be liable. Amalgamation and merger of company. Effective date of amalgamation order and what will be the date of amalgamation order. Any supply between both the companies during such a period shall be taxable as both entities are considered distinct person till the date of order. GST registration certificate of said company shall be cancelled from the date of order. This is what, बस यही है liability. So let me recall one more time. I have decided to cover demand and recovery offences and penalty, advance ruling, appeal and revision, liability to pay in a certain cases, and miscellaneous. So this block consists of 12 to 24 marks for sure आता ही उसमें. उसके अलावा another block I have is assessment and audit and search and seizure. This is about 3 to 6 marks weightage either. तो ये सारा मिला के भी देर इज़ ज़्यादा नहीं तो अप्रॉक्स 30 मार्क्स का वेटेज रख रहा है थियोरेटिकल चैप्टर ऑफ GST ऑल्सो. वो वरी कर सकता है, वेरिएशन आ सकती है. दिस ऑफ 30 मार्क्स विच आई एम सेइंग माइट बी ऑफ 20 to 24 मार्क्स भी हो सकता है. बट दिस एंटायर ब्लॉक एंड यहाँ स्कोर करना क्वाइट डिफ़िकल्ट बिकॉज दिस आर थियोरेटिकल इन नेचर. बट इसमें भी जो प्रैक्टिकल सम्स है, जो टाइम लिमिट्स है, उसमें हम स्कोर कर सकते हैं अगर हम एज इट इज़ लिखते. तो दिस इज़ the block 1 which I read only concept till now, and I will cover the question 2 in a quick manner.